Hello, everyone. Going to get started here momentarily. Been practicing charging my cannon since lunchtime. Very nice, Brother Danny Collins. All right. I'm going to start it up momentarily as soon as I get my shit together here. And we're going to start this episode. So, what was I doing? Oh, yeah. Need that. Wave head. Boom. All right. Looks like I'm ready to go. Hey. Brother Nathan Davis. What's going on? Jim Trensky. What's up? All right. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hello and welcome to the Freemasons podcast with your host, Right Worship Brother George Mudry. And up here with me today, nobody, because this is an early one. We're going to be doing potentially a little bit of a test later. We're going to be doing remote. We're going to be doing our remote podcast. But in the meantime, I'm going to cover all the toasts and everything. And we're going to get into, I called this episode Masonic Prepping or Masonic Prepper. I'm going to show what I have for my prepping materials. And again, I'm only covering this once because I've had it up to freaking here. And I got much left up here for all this coronavirus crap. It's serious. It's major. But the best thing I could do is teach brothers how to be prepared and what I do on a daily basis. But first, let's cover some likes. Gary Hastings, Kyle Kachuda, Archibald Marmaduke, Ross Beers, Michael Almeida. So, brothers, again, not going to do right hand arms, just cheers. Thank you for liking. Thank you for following the podcast. And that's what we're going to do. All right. Cheers. Thank you, brothers. And we also have a new recommendation on Facebook. Recommendation comes from Jake Dean, who also liked the podcast, and trying to find where he put it, but no, I can't seem to find it. Go figure. But he liked the podcast, and he recommended us. Now I can't seem to find it. Go figure. Oh well. I'll get back to you, Jake Dean, when I am able to read it, because I can't find it right now, and I'm up here by myself, and the dead silence kind of sucks. But anyway, this episode, Masonic Prepper, and I consider myself a prepper. I have a storage closet that I can contain a bunch of food and stuff that I've saved up for BJ's. We're going to go through that, but you'll see I got my 2 bags here. And I'll explain those, and I'll also explain what it means to be a gray man. Right now, these 2 bags are not what you would consider being a gray man. Gray man is somebody who blends in with everybody in his surroundings. This right here on my left, this is my EDC bag, or my everyday carry bag. Again, I'm a truck driver. I drive all day for a living. So this is the bag that I carry with me, not because of coronavirus or anything like that, but because the last thing I need to be is out in the middle of Litchfield County and you got the shits and you got nowhere to go. So that's what I have right here. So we're going to go through each bag, and I'm going to show you guys what it is. This is a basic Molly system, which is you can dump the bag really quickly. If you look on the straps here, right down here in the bottom, you'll see there's two clips right here, right where my index finger is, and you can quickly detach and dump the bag if you need to. This bag is also very lightweight, and I'm going to cover some things that I carry in this bag in particular. First and foremost, always should have a pen. I always keep a pen on the outside of the bag, easy to get to. You'll also notice that for Christmas, brother Ken Tarwood gave me a knife. Now, mind you, I'm not allowed to carry at work, but if I was to carry, I would have something inside of this bag at all times. Right in the front, it's important to have a morale patch. Of course, I got the America flag, so Britons, eat your heart out. In the top of my bag here, I keep the essentials. I always have to touch dirty, filthy mutants throughout the day, so I always keep a bottle of hand sanitizer. The other thing I carry is my chapstick. Again, I keep it in the front pouches. It's a small pouch, easy to get to right here in the front. This thing also has where you can pull the bag tight to compact the bag so it's not so damn hanging all over the place. It's also got a strap that comes over here in the front, so you can clip and keep everything compact inside there. But for the sake of it, I'm going to keep showing. Wet ones, very important. These are antibacterial wet ones. Yes, I have the Minion ones. I made a joke that I was passing them out like Mardi Gras beads a little while ago. But always keep a bag or at least wet wipes, baby wipes, something along the line. These are wet ones, so these are actually antibacterial. These are not meant for wiping your ass. These are meant for just wiping down surfaces if you need be. Worship brother Joseph Schultz. Greg Schultz keeps his inflatable girlfriend in a bag like that. Very nice. So that's one thing I keep in here. Another important thing is I always keep a small little pen light. You never know when you need a flashlight. Again, I drive a truck all day. You break down and you're screwed if you can't see what you're doing. And you'll see I got bigger things in there too. Hand lotion, always good. And I also keep an little Altoid case in here. Now, what I have in here is coins. I'm not going to open it up because I have it wrapped with a bunch of elastic bands. You can always use elastic bands. Very resourceful. You could use it for multiple things. They usually last pretty well. And you can also put everything inside this Altoids case and anything you want to keep covered. In the bottom here, keep a Swiss Army knife. Basic standard. It's got all your different things, screwdrivers, knives, corkscrew in case you bring a bottle with you, along those lines. Always good to keep in the bag. A Sharpie and a pencil. And I usually keep a memo pad in there too. It's always important to keep something that you can write down because, again, if, God forbid, shit ever hits the fan and you don't have your cell phone, you're going to need to write some stuff down. So I keep that in there. I'm going to get into the bigger part of the bag now, and you'll see my stock readily increases as I get higher. And again, an everyday bag is good to just carry it every single day. It's something you can keep. Resourceful stuff. Again, I drive for a living, and I need to carry things with me, especially if I'm off in the freaking boondocks, which happens quite often. As a matter of fact, a couple of weeks ago, I made my way to Cape Cod, which was pretty much a 4-hour drive all the way out there. And, I'm in Cape Cod. I'm in the back, the back streets and everything. There's nowhere to go to the bathroom, do what you got to do. So inside here, this is the larger part of the bag here. I keep a little package of baby wipes. Baby wipes are good. Wiping your hands, wiping your face. Believe it or not, it's a quick shower for if you're screwed and you got nowhere to wash your ass. It's a good place to do it. A good thing to have. Listerine. Why? Because the mouth is the dirtiest part of your damn body, and the last thing you need to do is be walking around with functified breath, or you can get all kinds of stuff. Worship brother Joseph Schultz. A bug out bag only gets you to the rally point. It's not intended for living on. Damn right, it's not. That's all this bag is meant to do. Usually, what I'll also do is I'll keep food in here as well. I'll keep Kind bars, MREs, which I believe is in this bag. This is my go bag, and we'll get into that one in a minute. MREs, things of that nature. And again, I'm not trying to freak anybody out. It's not what this episode is about, that shit's going to hit the fan and everything. This is just good practice. You should keep a bag with you. I mean, women got their purses. Yeah, that's great. Women should have their purses. For a guy, what do we carry? Our freaking wallet in our back pocket. You should always keep it. Even if you don't carry it with you, I mean, I'm not saying walk into a grocery store with this bag, because you're probably going to get a lot of odd looks. But to keep it in the trunk of your car, what's it hurt? Again, basic hygiene is the most important thing that you can do for your body, because if your hygiene breaks down, it will start to affect your health. I keep deodorant, toothbrush, toothpaste, vitamins. There's your source of vitamins right there. Always good to keep your immune system up as well. And a bar of soap. I could fit more stuff in here. Again, this is just the basic stuff that I carry. These things are, these things right here in this little tube. And I know I'm going to get the Discord I'm going to get the live feed on fire here from people breaking my stones about what this tube is. But I can't really bring it up to the camera because, again, I'm sitting here solo. But so this little tube is actually, it's a watertight tube. And what these little things inside here are, you can buy these on Amazon. They're little tabs. And for anybody who's had kids that have those dehydrated washcloths, that's exactly what this is, except this is dehydrated toilet paper. These are toilet paper tabs. You can buy them online. You can get a box of them for like you can get a box of 500 for like $30. And all you do is you pour water on them, and this thing opens up to a full towel. And in a pinch, these things will save your life. Also, this little container here, you can put all kinds of stuff in here. You can put, this container is reusable. It's plastic. You can keep matches in there. Sure, brother Randy Boone. Nice. You've got your tampon. These little tabs here, they will definitely help you out. They can be used for anything. Actually, funny thing, I know Randy Boone was being funny, but tampons are also something that preppers stack up on because they have multiple uses, including any type of wounds. That's what it's used for. So now we're going to get into the big part of the bag. On the back side of this bag, you'll also see that there is a pouch in here you could actually open, and that the Velcro is freaking crazy. I mean, you could fit more stuff inside here on the back side of this bag. So this thing has many little compartments and holders. You can see right here, this is where the knife is hanging on. It's got all kinds of different gadgets and gizmos that you can attach multiple things. Another good thing to have, which I don't have on this bag, I think I have one or two in the other bag, is carabiners. Non-load bearing, but if you needed to bug out and go somewhere where you didn't have shelter, they're absolutely essential for building a shelter. You can do it without it. You can make sticks and use sticks and do it the old school way. But for the most part, they're definitely useful. So in here, again, this is winter. So I carry my winter gear with me. So I want to just go through everything I have in here right now. Again, this pack will be changed, and not every EDC bag and Go bag are exactly the same. There's so many different things that you guys can do and create your own bag. But first thing I have is a pair of winter gloves, Marine Corps cami, no other way. I also have a balaclava mask, if you will. And this is a mask that you can wear over your head multiple ways. You could actually pull it down where it just covers your neck, or you can wear it as a hat. It has a face mask, all that stuff on there. That's my other glove. This thing, huge. Rain poncho. Rain ponchos are awesome, and they're extremely useful for multiple things. This one is actually not PVC. This is recyclable material. This is ultra lightweight, but this could even be used. Ponchos you can use as a rain catch. You can use it obviously to keep yourself dry, but I always keep one of these in here. I have my own rain gear for work, but if I'm offloading lumber and God forbid I catch something on it and rips my jacket apart, I have a backup just in case. We're gonna get into the major stuff in a minute here, but socks and skivvies. Number one, this is only one little pack because, again, this is an EDC bag. This is not meant for an every this is not meant to sustain me for more than 72 hours. But I have a pair of skivvies. I keep them in this plastic that I have basically, it's a vacuum suction. And I vacuum suck them down because it conserves space inside the bag where I can add in, add more stuff to my bag if need be. So I got a pair of underwear and I got a pair of socks in there. That's enough. One thing we were taught in the Marine Corps, always change your socks. The last thing you want to get is trench foot or a rotten foot or whatever, and you can get all kinds of bacteria from that. So got some other stuff in here. Stupid as it sounds, it's a battery backup. So this is a battery backup for my phone. It's a USB charger, and it's always kept juice in it. I keep juice in it, and you may need your phone. Maybe the cell towers are up, but your phone battery is down. Boom, there you go. So that covered that. And now the most important thing I have in this bag. I'm going to put this bag down on the ground here so you guys can see a little bit better, because I'm going to be bringing the other bag over here. But here's what I got. This right here, in a plastic bag, I have an N95 mask. I have this N95 mask well before all this Corona shit hit the fan, for multiple reasons. Again, I drive for a living, so I'm on the highway all the time, and I see accidents all the time. I see people getting hurt. I always feel that if I was the first one to see the accident or see somebody getting hurt, pull your ass over. Don't be a scumbag. Again, masonry. What we do, right? Benefit of all mankind, but most especially a brother Mason. But benefit of all mankind. So if I see somebody crash their vehicle and they're hurt, my ass is pulling over. First thing I don't want to do is, again, there's people can have diseases. People could be sick. You don't know why that person crashed their car. Maybe they're having a heart attack. Maybe they're high out of their freaking mind. Worship Brother John Gates. Yes, I have toilet paper tabs and baby wipes. I did show the toilet paper tabs a little while ago. They're toilet paper tabs. Also, on the dash of my truck, I keep an entire roll of toilet paper so this ass stays clean. Also, toilet paper has multiple uses: blowing your nose, wiping your ass, cleaning up afterward. This is why I keep an N95 mask, because if somebody gets into an accident and I happen to be there and need to pull over and give medical attention, I don't know if they're having a heart attack, high as a kite, sick. I don't know. Keep your ass protected. Remember, just went through a CPR class not too long ago, and one of the things you don't do anymore is you do the mouth to mouth part of it. It's, think 30 compressions. No worries, Worship Brother John Gates. So, one thing I got, most important, medical kit. So this is my medical kit, and I have just about everything you can imagine here. Cool thing about this is I do keep it in my EDC, but the backside of this is Velcro. And if you look on the side of this bag, if I can turn it, I'm getting there. Come on. There we go. See this right here? This is where it mounts to. So if I need to, I can actually just take this and stick it right to the side of the bag, and it's on the outboard side of my bag. This thing is, again, canvas. It's completely closed. And inside this medical bag, I have just about everything I need, everything down. And you can buy this. I believe I bought this off of Amazon. It's got insect repellent. It's got insect protection cream, antibiotic ointment. It's got the cleansing towelettes. I also have my own personal stash of Excedrin, which is big because it's got acetaminophen, aspirin, and caffeine in it. You can take 2 every 6 hours, so that's always good to have. I have a cold compress in here, gauze. I think I have an Israeli bandage as well in here. All different types of small little non-aspirins and aspirins and stuff. Tongue depressors or whatever, if you will. All types of antiseptic towelettes. Large pieces, large napkins, alcohol wipes, burn cream. That's another one. And most importantly, that I have inside this part of this contraption here Gloves. Right here. Neoprene gloves. You don't want to be touching no freaking creatures without gloves on. Don't administer any first aid unless you protect yourself. In here, I also got tweezers and safety pins and a disposable lancet. So there are stuff in here, as well as medical tape right here and an ace bandage. Again, all these things I keep inside here. They stay in my bag. Hopefully, I'll never have to use I'll have to use any of my first aid kit. Again, what I have in this kit right here is probably more than what people have in their houses, and that's scary. You know, what do you got in your house? Go look in your medicine cabinet. Bet you got like 3 bandages and some Neosporin. I have everything to sustain and keep myself, my family, my friends, whoever it needs, and give them at least basic medical attention. So I recommend highly, oh boy, brother Danny Collins. I remember tongue sushi fun with them things from Basic. Yeah, exactly. But I have everything in here that I need to keep whomever, myself, multiple people, relatively, basic first aid for quite some time. So that covers my EDC bag. Now, mind you, I also want to say that many of the things that I have are interchangeable. Many of the things I keep in my EDC bag, if I need to flip them to my Go bag, I most certainly can. Understand that these bags, especially the EDC bags, only meant for you. Excuse me. It's only meant for you. It's not meant to keep your family and everything safe. You notice that my Go bag is substantially bigger. I can carry much more in it, and I've actually I'm in the process of actually doing some changes to my bag. So there's some things in there missing. Like one of the major things that I keep inside there is a tarp. A large tarp. No, brother Danny Collins, no tea bags. No. Worship brother Joe want to test Skyping in. Not at the moment because I don't want to start fiddling with it. But worship brother Joe, I will. I'm going to be shutting this down in a little bit. I just want to do a half hour, and I wanted to talk to everybody about what I have. I'm going to go through my main bag here, and then. I will we'll shut it down. I think we're going to do another episode, but let's continue here. Brother Danny Collins, you wouldn't a day in the Queen's Green Machine. Nice. So I'm going to just move my other bag over here and we'll go through that one. So give me a moment. All right. You'll see this bag is substantially bigger. This bag is actually a true Mali kit, and this has actually got a fighting kit where I can pull this part off here on the bottom. So this is like a fanny pack comes off, and then the 2 sides over here, right here, come off so that just this main course of the bag is in there. So what do I keep on this bag? Right in the front, I carry, now mind you, this bag's going to be a little bit different than my EDC bag. I got some other stuff in here that you wouldn't normally want to carry on a regular basis. For the main reason is it's heavy as hell. This bag probably right now it's probably 60 pounds roughly. When it's fully packed to capacity, it gets pretty heavy. But right out here on the outside, first thing you have, razor knife. Always keep a razor knife. Very important to keep that. I have a carabiner right here, as you can see, and I'm going to slide this down just a hair so you guys can see what's in the bottom here. So we're going to start right here. We're going to start right here in the front, right here on the front of this front fanny pack thing. Again, this is detachable, comes off. First thing I do is I keep the belt for it right here. Same as the other bag. This one also has the clips on the front of the, right down here in the bottom. You guys can see on the back side of this clip right here where my hand is. It's got the detachable clips to pop it off, and you can dump the whole bag in, or you can separate the bags by yourself. And this is the belt. This is a fighting belt. For those in the Marine Corps, military, this is what it looks like. Similar. Again, this also has a quick disconnect where you can pop it loose and haul ass if you need to be, if you need to dump your pack quickly. But these three things, 1, 2, and 3, go onto this, and then you can, it's for, you know, going short distances, whereas the entire bag is for going long distances. So I keep that right here on the side, right here in the little compartment of the side of the fanny pack, because obviously that's where I'm going to need it. Or you can keep it, you know, wherever. Another major essential: fork and knife, and spoon. Keep that right up here on the side as well. This again clips to the front here. Mind you, everybody's EDC or go bags are a different configuration. You need to build it so that it suits you, and you need to build it and put things where you want them to be so that in a pinch you need to get to them fast. So we're gonna go right here in the front. First thing I have, headlamp. Why is a headlamp important? Because if you're working with your hands, it's extremely, anybody who's a mechanic will tell you this, it's extremely, extremely difficult to do things with while you're sitting here doing this. You know, the whole, it's impossible if you need to do, you know, 2 hands for everything. So right in the front here, I keep 1, 2, 3, 4 flashlights. Maybe it's overkill, maybe not. I don't have batteries in this one. Actually, it's very important, just so you guys know, you shouldn't leave your batteries. And I obviously left them in here for entertainment purposes so I could show you guys, but you should not leave your batteries in here because they do wear out over time. You should keep your batteries separate inside of a plastic storage container so that they don't go dead. Notebook. This is actually a wet notebook, which means this paper can get wet and you can still write on it. And you can put anything you want on this. Notebooks, again, very important. So now the top part of this right here actually opens too. So I have more in there. Let's start over here first. So this over here on the side, huge. You guys are not going to fully be able to see this, but I can explain it to you. But they're inside of a plastic container here. I have iodine and PA+. What is that for? Well, that's for if you don't have water, you can drop a tab of each of these in here. The iodine will kill everything in the water, and the PA+ will take away the iodine taste so it doesn't taste like shit. But this is for basically pulling water out of a stream, because the last thing you want to do is get some water out of a stream, get dysentery, and be shitting yourself. Go away. My boss is calling me. I'm ignoring him. Big part of this right here, what I've done is I've taken duct tape and I've compressed it down, and I have it in a plastic bag because I don't want my duct tape getting wet. The one I have in here is camo, woodland camo, so it blends in. Again, I've more prepped that. My stuff has always been set where I believe that I'm going to have to bug out into the bushes and get out of basically the downtown urban area. I got woods near my house, and I can haul ass into the woods, and I want to blend in with my surroundings. And we'll get into Gray Man in a minute. This little cool tool I actually picked up at Walmart, I believe. So this is actually a hammer. It also is a pair of pliers. In addition to that, I have a knife, a wood saw, and a bottle opener in case I needed to. So that's basically 5 tools in one right there. In addition to that, I also have a small little hand axe that actually has a for like sockets inside the middle here. You can't really see it, but you can actually fit, you know, stuff in there as well. And again, this thing has, you know, screwdriver, file. It's got other knives. It's got everything you may possibly need. Another saw. So these 2 little items here are freaking killer. A multi-tool will do the same. These are a little bit more heavier duty, where you can do a little bit more with them and hold on to them. All right. Let's see here. Worship Brother Joe Schultz. Mama says you the devil. Yes, Mama's on. She wants a survival pack. Mom, you know where I live. Randy Boone. Headlamp makes it easier on the hand job. Oh God. Bill Powell for $3 a month. Yes, the Discordians have arrived, clearly. But moving on here, inside of a ibuprofen bottle, I have fire. I have waterproof matches, 2 lighters, also have Zippos and everything else in here. Another cool thing I have is this is actually a finger saw, so you can't really see it. I have it kind of all twisted up, but it's a wood saw, and it's for basically if you need to take branches or small things, you can put this around it, and you can just, and it'll cut whatever you need. Moving on, I also have another, again, this different bag. So in here I have another Swiss Army tool, and then in the bottom here, another fire tool. This is actually flint. Flint and steel or magnesium starter, and same thing. Shave off some of the magnesium, and you strike it, and it lights. So this is another way that if the lighters quit, the lighters get wet, because we have all left the lighter outside, and try to light a cigarette in the morning for that. It doesn't work. So also in here, I have what I got as a gift, and it's called a fire stick. And basically what it is, it's a roll of toilet paper. I don't know where this is from, but I have it wrapped inside of a plastic bag here. I'll open it up and I'll tell you exactly where it's from. It's called a Mountain Man Fire Starter Kit, and this came from Bailey's Horseshoe Gift Shop, and I believe it says lakesiteindustries.org. And what it is, it's basically just a bunch of paper stuffed inside of a toilet paper roll, and it's covered in wax, so that when you light it, it starts a fire. It's almost like basically your fire starter logs that you get in stores and whatnot. So that's basically what I have in there. I'll put some of this stuff away, and then we'll move on to the next. We'll start getting into the side pouches and what I have on there as well. Again, this is a go bag. This is meant to get out of Dodge and survive for a little bit longer of an extended period of time. So I recommend that everybody has one of these and for your house, because you never know. Maybe you got to leave, and it doesn't necessarily have to be because shit's hitting the fan, coronavirus. Maybe you just got to leave. I mean, Salt Lake City today just got hit with a friggin' earthquake, and they got no power. So, I mean, what if you got to get out? What if you got no power and you got to go somewhere? It's good to keep things in there. And I always see people packing the dumbest shit in the planet. Again, let's talk about this corona thing. Toilet paper? Really? That's your survival toilet paper, right? Makes no sense. In here, again, I pack that I'm planning on going off the grid. Again, this is a go bag. I told you it's going to be much different than an EDC bag. This go bag, I have this is actually a mosquito net. Mosquito nets are huge, especially if you live in New England where the humidity is extremely high, but it's also wet at the same time. Mosquitoes love swamps. So the last thing you need to do is be stuck with that. I have another, again, I had one on the front, but I also have another cutting tool, like a razor knife. Again, you can never have enough of those. Now the fun stuff. 550 cord. Para 550 cord. There's actually a better cord than this, and I highly recommend you get. Oh, excuse me. I highly recommend you get it. It's called Titan cord. And inside of the Titan cord, it has 5 different strands, just like 550 cord, except it has wire. It's got some other stuff in there as well. So it's not just paracord. It's got wire. It's got fishing net. I think it's got all kinds of stuff in there. Fishing line, excuse me, not fishing net, that you can use as well. But paracord has multitude of uses. You can pull out the individual strands in the middle, make snares out of it. You could also use it. It's meant for carrying. It's 550 cord, I believe, because it can hold up to 550 pounds of weight. So you can use it for multiple things. That's what I keep on the side there. And then we're going to get into the big part. Oh, this thing coming off the back here, inside of this actual pack, you could fit a Camelback. So that's what this is. You need a drink of water. Let me just also say about the camel packs, because again, I've seen some dumbass people, and one of the guys who I was in the Marine Corps with actually filled this with beer. So we all know what happens when beer breaks down. It's a germ haven, and this thing was functified by like 2 days after packing it with a beer. It's only meant for water, not apple juice, not milk, not anything else. Water. That's it. So that's what I have right there. There's another water source for me. I think it's a gallon pack, so that's quite a bit. So we're gonna get to the front here, the front of the bag, because I have 2 pouches inside the front of the main pack, and we're gonna get into this insect repellent. Yep, told you. If I'm bugging out to the woods. That's where I'm headed. Another pack of vitamins. Why? Because you can always, you're going to need vitamins, especially if you're living on a crunched dietary thing. You're going to need some supplements. And the third thing I have is, again, what I had in my EDC bag, except this is the other part of it: toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, your basic manicure kit. It's kept inside this plastic container because, again, you don't want your shit getting wet. So, and I have, again, I don't have to worry about the medical stuff because, again, the side of this bag, my medical thing clips right to it. I can fit more in there. Again, I told you I was switching this bag around, so I'm changing up the configuration a little bit just so I know. Brother Joseph Schultz, fire starter kit was made of toilet paper. The jersey turned back house was free. Nice. So again, this is also where you access this main part of the bag. Now I'm into the big part, is where you access the Camelback that's in there. So in here, again, this is my clothes, and it's packed in a Ziploc bag. You can never not have enough Ziploc bags. So in here, again, this is packed for warm weather. I have a pair of camo pants in there, which you can see in the bottom, socks, underwear, shirt, undershirt, name it, is all packed inside here, tight as hell. So that's what I have for clothes in there. Normally, as I said, this is pretty much all I have for this pack. The big part, I can fit much more. I'm currently in the process of switching around my configuration because, again, we're getting more warmer. So it's getting warmer weather. So I don't need winter gear in there anymore. So my smaller bag, as I said, is it's a little bit smaller, a little bit lighter. And same thing, canvas, durable, doesn't rip, doesn't break. On both bags, they also have Velcro, so you can quick stick things to it. They have these little things where you can connect things on here. It depends on what type of bag you want to get. I got the camo bag because whatever, I got camo. I like camo. One of them you'll see is the Army camo down there. This one is Marine Corps camo. But especially if shit hits the fan, you don't want something that sticks out. You don't want, again, I'm wearing my Pew Professional shirt. I'm also where I got camo here, and you're not going to want those things. You want to blend in with the people around you, because you're going to stick out like a sore thumb. And the last thing you want to do in a shit hits the fan situation is stick out like a sore thumb. You want to kind of blend in. So you want to have just normal backpacks. Normal backpacks are fine. Just remember, what you want to do is you want to have a bag that's got enough compartments and little nooks and crannies that you can stuff as much in if you need to. So that's pretty much it. And again, I'm not going to go into the specifics of what you prep for. It doesn't matter. I mean, realistically, I'm trying to cover as much of this Corona crap as I can, but I don't want to keep beating the dead horse. You hear it enough. So I wanted to just show you guys my EDC bag, what I carry on an everyday basis, as well as my go bag. And this all was done as a This was all done as, I believe in our brothers, protecting each other. And I hope that with, by showing this, that in some way, shape, or form, brothers who don't know what to do or what to buy or what to get, I'm kind of shedding a little light on it so that you guys can understand, okay, well, I didn't think of that, or, and again, I don't have everything in here. There's probably, I'm sure, plenty of things that I didn't think about, that I could have also add to the bag. Let me just tell you, I just want to just also add, while we're talking about prepping and storing up and getting things, there are some foods and things that will never go bad as long as you keep them within a certain environment and protected. Toilet paper probably isn't something you need to prep for. Again, I will go outside and shove the garden hose up my ass before I need to run out to the store and buy toilet paper. But you should definitely stock up on certain ways to purify water. Even in your house, what if the water company gets shut off? Not saying that's going to happen. I want to be clear on this, but what if your water gets shut off? You need to find potable water. Again, worship brother Greg Schultz. I also want to, excuse me. I also want to add to what he just said. He basically made a joke, but he said, worship brother Greg Schultz says, ammo and alcohol, what could go wrong? Well, a couple fun things. Number one, ammunition, regardless if you own guns, or it doesn't matter, it could be a freaking crossbow or a bow and arrow. You should have some sort of a self-defense protection thing. Again, I said I am not allowed to carry at work, so I do have the old shank stick. Another interesting thing I have is I drive a flatbed. So one of the things that I have to tighten the straps down is a big-ass metal bar. So if you're not getting shanked, you're getting your ass beat with the metal bar. But you should have some sort of a home protection thing, whether it's mace, doesn't matter what it is. But some of the things he said, alcohol was the other one. Actually, alcohol has many different good uses. God forbid if the financial system crashes, alcohol and cigarettes, believe it or not, can be used as barter. There's people who smoke. Everybody likes a good drink, right? You could use them as barter. Let's say you need some, maybe you need some rubbing alcohol. Maybe you have an infected cut. Maybe you need Neosporin. I'll trade you for a pack of cigarettes. It's things to think about. But alcohol, yeah, alcohol can also be used depending on the amount of proof of the alcohol, such as like grain alcohol, can be used as an antiseptic to clean out cuts and stuff. So that's when it can be used as well. Danny Collins, stay strapped or get clapped. Yes. Ryan Nordstrom's worship brother Ryan Nordstrom. So that means that you don't carry, and then they will take your stuff. I'm not allowed to carry at work. Company policy, and I need a paycheck. So, but I also just want to also add to it as well that the foods that you can get, would be rice. Number one, rice. I mean, you can get a bag of rice and live off of rice for however long. Spam, believe it or not, doesn't really have an expiration date. Canned food, stuff like that. But I see a lot of people going out to the store and they're going to the store and they're buying like chicken. If your electricity goes out and you don't have a refrigerator or a freezer, that chicken's going to go bad within a matter of 2 or 3 days, most. You should get canned stuff. Canned food lasts the longest. Rice also has it. And, ironically and kind of funny, Twinkies never go bad either. That's true. If you can even get them anymore. But a couple other things that don't go bad. Vinegar really doesn't go bad. Salt, you should stock up on salt. Your body needs salt. It's a mineral. You should keep it. Back actually in the Roman times, it used to be used as it was a delicacy to actually have salt with your food. Also, soy sauce has a best or a sell-by date, but it doesn't expire. Soy sauce will last forever. So that's another one. But that's pretty much all I got for this. Yeah, Benjamin Blumenthal, brother Ben. I'd rather starve than eat spam. Haha. Stock up on pasta sauce and other non-perishables. Yeah, pasta, sauces, things like that. All those non-perishables. Those are what you want. MRE. Yeah, MREs are good. Well, I wouldn't say good, but MREs will last a very long time. They're packaged foods. You can buy them. The only problem with MREs are they are, kind of a hot commodity right now. That's what everybody's stacking up on as an MREs. And realistically, it's a meal ready to eat. Yes, you can ration out your meal, but it's not something that you can. I mean, they're big packages. They're relatively large. Whereas you can go to BJ's and you can get like an 8-pack of beans for like what, $10. Beans are a perfect example. All right, brothers, I'm going to shoot this down. I'm going to shut it down. And I hope you guys got a little bit something out of it. I believe Ken, me, and Joe are going to go remote momentarily. And then we'll be back on momentarily. I'd say probably within the next 15, 20 minutes, so long as nothing goes tits up. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. And again, I'm not trying to scare anybody. I just wanted to, I think it's a hot commodity. It's everything that's being talked about at this very moment. And I wanted you guys to consider to prep the right way. Get yourself an EDC bag, even if there's nothing going on. Everybody, I think, should carry an everyday carry bag. I think it's important. So, all right. With that being said, I'm going to shut down for a little bit, and we'll see you guys in a little bit. I hope you guys come back for the second half with me and the 2 other hooligans, and we'll see you then. So, for the Freemasons podcast, I'm your host, Right Worship Brother George Mudry, signing off. Enjoy, everyone. Thanks, guys, for tuning in live, and hope you guys will see you guys back in the other one when we go live again. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Cheers.